So I found a California poppy I felt comfortable grabbing and chewing on a little bit. And that's all I did pretty much, just chewed on the ends of the leaves and then spit it out. It's very bitter. It could be because it's early in the morning, but it sticks to my tongue. Like I needed to drink some water and to get it out of my mouth. It really sticks to the mouth. I guess you could say there's different kinds of bitters out there, because I mean, yeah, you could lump bitters into one category, but you really should try. I mean, just like anything, sweets, salts, whatever. There's different kinds of bitters. This California poppy bitter tastes like a different kind of bitter compared to hops. I mean, that's why they're not using California poppies in beer and only using hops, is because it's a particular type of bitter. I believe there's another type of bitter that they use for beers, but I tried the California poppy and I have felt the effects this time. It is a mild mild hallucinogen. I wasn't hallucinating. I call it more of a mild narcotic. That's probably a better way to describe it. That's how the books describe it, as a mild narcotic. So it's a very bitter taste, and it's narcotic. I was feeling slightly loopy, a little bit, not really loop, not like you're drunk, just I don't know, dizzy maybe, a little out of it, but that's returned now. Maybe the effect lasts a couple minutes, 10, 15 minutes maybe. It's not very long. It's not, and with the bitter taste, you can only eat so much of it. You don't really want to eat a lot of that. It's not like wild lettuce. And wild lettuce around here doesn't really have an effect. I think the wild lettuce needs more time. It needs to get more bitter. I think those properties are found in the bitter taste. And because I mean that's partly what gets people high when they drink beer is the hops. It's not so much, it's not always only the alcohol, it's also the hops. That's going to give you that relaxing effect. I think people are so foolish drinking alcohol. It's just so stupid. I mean, there are some people who are addicted entirely to the spirits, and that's just completely damaging. It's like drinking corn syrup straight from the bottle. But if you enjoy beer and the relaxing effects of beer, well, they take the hops out of it anyway. There used to be a time when the beers tended to be hoppy, but it might be getting back to that. But when the major beer companies got a hold of it, they took a lot of the hopsness out of it, probably partly because they had to deal with a lot of all that fresh vegetation, all that fresh hops. They had to deal with that, and there was mold and spoilage issues. Hops could be probably one of the biggest, most expensive parts of the beer. Barley, that's pretty easy to grow and dry. the yeast, you can control those factors, but hops, that's like trying to control like vegetables. It's got to take more care. So if you could find a way to save money and go in another direction away from hops, you could save money. You know, the beers did that a lot with the Zima in the 90s, especially with the Zimas and the whatever they call it, the ice brewing or something, some way to get more alcohol into it. They always advertised how they could get more alcohol into it. That's pretty much just adding a distilled spirit further into it, or finding a way in their processes to make the beer more like a carbonated distilled spirit. They moved away from the hops. But now there's a lot of these craft breweries in Oregon who are experimenting with more hoppiness. And that's great. That's what you need to get back to. Hops are it. I would much prefer a tea of hops and barley than anything. That stuff will go rotten and pretty quick too. You probably want to cook it. I can't soak barley or any vegetables for longer than 24 hours. 24 hours is even pushing it before it goes rotten and it may start affecting my throat. I've certainly felt it.